My name's Louise Ditmars, and I work at the Greater Victoria Compost Education Centre, and I have several parts to my job. Part of my personal mission is to get children introduced to environmental things if, in fact, they have never experienced compost or anything earthy whatsoever. Some children are always told to keep clean, never to get dirty. So of course when they see compost they think it's dirt. So I like to disabuse them of this notion, and some children are very squeamish about worms as well. So part of my job is to make them feel much better at the end of the program than they did at the beginning of the program. So I say, well, you might not like worms now, but in an hour, I hope you like them a lot better. So, and usually when I take a vote, I say, okay, how many of you now feel a lot better about worms? Most of the hands go up. So that's fairly gratifying. The worms to us are very dear to our hearts. They're very important to us. And in fact, we spend a considerable amount of time breeding worms and making sure that they have enough to eat. We're constantly building new homes for them. So the worms are absolutely central to what we do here. And in fact, there is a new bit of construction on the site called a worm pit. And this is something about the size of 3 or 4 large bathtubs in which worms can very happily breed to large numbers, because we actually have a waiting list to sell our residential worm composters, strange as that may seem. But we do sell them to the public. It's a good way to do composting if you don't have any property. So we encourage schools, offices, and private residences to take on a worm composter. And some people just throw up their hands and say, well, I can't do composting where I'm at. I'm in a townhouse. We say, oh, yes, you can. So the worms are absolutely, without worms, really, I don't know what we'd be doing right now. Only be half of composting.